Hey everybody, my name is Mary Beth Downing and I'm a real estate agent with Keller Williams Advisors in both the Dayton and Cincinnati markets in Southern Ohio. Today I'm going to be talking about my February 2022 investor update, and I'm going to give you some information about new economic news that's come out over the last couple of months that's going to really affect how you plan your real estate investing in Ohio over the next couple of years. The big news that I really wanted to discuss today is the fact that Intel has announced that they are building a new campus here in Ohio. They're planning on building it in New Albany, which is northeast of Columbus. Governor DeWine just announced this in January, and it is one of the biggest economic developments that has happened to the state in all of its history. Intel's planning to spend an initial $20 billion building out the campus. Construction's supposed to start in 2022. And initially they're going to be immediately building the first of two factories that will be manufacturing chips so that they can produce semiconductors, which is what powers cell phones, computers, cars. Historically, the United States has been behind in semiconductor manufacturing. So Intel choosing Ohio as a place to up that production is huge for the state. It's going to increase jobs. Initially, they're planning on 3,000 Intel workers having jobs at a starting salary of about $135,000 average. And then it's also going to produce 7,000 construction jobs to begin with. A number of companies are also going to have to move here to provide supportive services. So far, at least 4 companies have already stated that they plan to move somewhere in the area so that they are near Intel and can provide those supportive services. So what that means for Ohio as a whole is we're going to need housing. People are going to be moving here for jobs. They're going to be good paying jobs. Look for new construction to be built. There's a lot of land around Columbus. It can still expand outward, and look for some overflow to go into the Dayton and Cincinnati areas. I would also be on the lookout for some of those supporting companies to be looking for land around Dayton and Cincinnati, because there's not going to be room for everything to be in Columbus, but there's a lot of farmland and a lot of room for expansion between Dayton and Columbus and Cincinnati. Also look for Intel to try and retain talent from within the state. We're planning on investing $100 million in the state's universities. That's money going to Ohio State University, the University of Dayton, the University of Cincinnati, Xavier. They're going to be looking for those schools to provide engineering and technical programs that can help them retain workers who are ready and can work for Intel. Like I said, for anyone who's looking to invest in the central or southern Ohio housing market, I think the inventory shortage is going to remain tight. For anyone who is worried that this is a bubble that is going to burst, I don't think that's going to happen in Ohio. I think inventory is going to remain tight for a long time, and we're going to have to keep building as quickly as possible. In other economic news, something that was a little overshadowed by the Intel news, Sierra Nevada, which is a company that services aerospace and national defense industries, they announced that they will be building facilities at the Dayton airport. This is huge for the Dayton region. Obviously, we have Wright-Patt Air Force Base, which made this a good fit for Sierra Nevada, but it's going to be additional high-paying jobs right in the Dayton area. It's going to be a great opportunity for kids coming out of UD. University of Dayton is known to have a great engineering program. Sierra Nevada is expecting to create $10.8 million in payroll, and they are expecting that just to be a starting point. They do think that they will be expanding over time and that other service providers will need to also build in Dayton to help support them. So again, Intel is kind of the big news of the day, but Sierra Nevada is also going to be specifically in Dayton, and that is going to be a great job provider for people living in Dayton. So to reiterate the point, Central and Southern Ohio has a lot of economic development happening. A lot of construction and a lot of jobs are going to be added through 2025 and beyond. What I think that means for housing, I think the inventory is going to remain tight and it's going to remain a great place for people to invest. I know a lot of people are worried that real estate's in a bubble, that it's been in a bubble for a while. People have been concerned with the steep increases in value. I do not think that is the case in Ohio specifically because of the economic development, because of where our housing prices started to begin with. We are still undervalued compared to the rest of the country. And I think with all of the economic development coming into the state, I think the values are going to be supported, and I think the low inventory is going to continue to create a need for housing, and it's going to continue to make housing values go up. As it is, we are still trying to construct new homes. I know in the 300 to 500K range, probably 80% of the market is in new construction. In my last video, I did discuss how Dayton has received recovery money from the federal government. A lot of that's going towards knocking down blighted areas, to construct affordable housing, and to help clean up some of those undesirable neighborhoods that were hit hardest in the Great Recession. As the city does their part to clean that up, there's going to be a lot of opportunity, hopefully a lot of more affordable builds, great rental units. I think there's going to be a lot of opportunity in West Dayton, and some of those areas that have been slower to recover, I think they're probably going to see more rapid recovery as the city just has to add more housing very, very quickly. So for anyone who's considering investing in Central and Southern Ohio, I do think those housing values are going to hold up. Thanks for watching. Again, my name is Mary Beth Downing. I'm a real estate agent with Keller Williams. I service both the Dayton and Cincinnati metro areas. If you found all of this helpful, don't forget to subscribe, and thanks again for watching.